Alrighty, hey, what is up guys? Cooked Pringles here, and welcome to a tier list video for a game that I actually haven't done on the channel, but is my favorite game of all time. I know I said it's a Little Nightmares, but I just recently played through Bloodborne, maybe about 4 or 5 times, I believe. One of the times wasn't legit because I used the CUMMMPFK dungeon, but the other 4 times I did legit. And it has, in the span of 2 weeks, become easily my favorite game of all time. So today we will be ranking its bosses. There is a few that I haven't done, a few of the Chalice Dungeon ones that I haven't done. But we are going to first get started with, holy fuck, that's loud. Sorry guys, the soundtrack is a bit loud. Let me just turn that down a tiny bit. Alright. So we are first going to get started. These bosses are not in order, by the way. So we have a few tiers that I want to go over. We have Perfection, Amazing, Mid, Very Flawed, and Absolute Garbage. So we are going to start off with, where the fuck is Cleric Beast? I cannot find, oh, there he is. So Cleric Beast is actually the first boss you're supposed to fight other than Father Gascoigne. But I usually prefer to fight Cleric Beast before because I think he is easily the easiest boss in the entire game along with Celestial Emissary. Cleric Beast has an awesome design, but out of all the Vicars, or the Vicars, or whatever you call them, I think that's what the beast type is called, because there's Lawrence and Amelia, which are also they kind of look like the Cleric Beast. But I think out of all of them, Cleric Beast is the most mid one. I can't put him in Amazing tier, but I would put him in mid tier. His attacks are very easy to dodge, but for the point that you fight him in the game, he actually has a lot of health, and he's actually very long to kill. So in that time, there's very big chance that if you have not played the game before, he will kill you. But in my first playthrough, I probably got him on 3rd try. He's not a hard boss at all. So I'm going to put him at mid. Next, we have the first official boss of the game. This boss is easily, in my opinion, the first or the second hardest boss in the game. It's not because of his attacks, it's because of the point you fight him at. The damage output that you're doing is just not high at all. Just give me a sec. I'm not going to put him at that tier, guys. I just wanted to turn up the music a bit. So, Father G, I don't know if I can put him at Amazing. His attacks are very fun. He's a fun boss, and you're supposed to parry him. But he is very hard. His design is kind of mid, to be honest with you. His lore implications aren't that huge. We're also looking at lore implication, by the way. His lore implications really aren't that big, so I'm maybe going to put him... I'm gonna rank the bosses, like, say this is... I'm putting an example right here. I'm not actually, like, putting the amygdala on yet, but say I put the Father Gascoigne behind the amygdala is better. So I'm going to put Father Gascoigne at low Amazing tier. Or high mid tier, but I'm going to put him at low Amazing, not Perfection, Jesus. There's not many bosses in Bloodborne that I would put at Perfection, because I think that is its weakest aspect, is the bosses. Okay, next we have... What's the order? Okay, next we probably have the Blood-Starved Beast. I usually do Vicar and... Oh my god, this music is fucking stressful, guys. Calm the hell down, okay? We're going to put the Night Unfurls once again. But first there's an ad. Okay. Fuck me, guys. This video is not going well so far. Everything is just fucking with me. Okay. So, we are going to take Blood-Starved Beast, and I fucking hate this boss, because he is such a weird boss. So, it starts off as one of the easiest bosses in Bloodborne. Literally so easy his first and second phase. But in his third phase, it's like he decides, okay, fuck this, I'm going beast mode. And he is just so hard to deal with. It is absolutely insane. His poison is so annoying. I'm putting him at mid tier. His design is really cool though, with the skin flaps and such. He has a really cool design. But I'm gonna put him. No, I'm gonna put him under Cleric Beast. I like Cleric Beast a lot more. Okay, so next in our order is Vicar Amelia, if I could find her. Vicar Amelia is top of amazing tier. If you would have asked me this like 3 days, like maybe on my first playthrough, I probably would have put her at perfection tier, but now that I've played most of the DLC, I still can't finish Orphan of Kos, even though I love the boss, but you'll see that later. I wouldn't put Vicar Amelia at perfection. I would put her at top of amazing tier. Her design is awesome. Her attacks are really fair and actually pretty easy to dodge. She's a fairly easy boss. I usually get her first or second try. So I think I'm going to put her at top of amazing. I think that's the perfect place to put her. Next boss that I usually choose to face, I'm going by my order, is Witch of Hemwick. Now this is honestly, her design is awesome, but the fight itself is so goddamn boring. If you come into the fight with 0 insight, no monsters spawn. None of those shadow things spawn. So you're literally left to wait for the goddamn witches to spawn. And it's so annoying. Honestly, I'm putting her at very flawed. I only made the absolute garbage tier for one boss. And we will see that boss later, because he's a bit later in the game. There are also some bosses that I haven't played, as I said, so I probably won't be ranking them, but I will name them at the end of the video. After the Witch of Hemwick, what comes after Witch of Hemwick? It would be Shadows of Yharnam. Yeah, Shadows of Yharnam. If I could find Shadows of Yharnam, to be honest, I love this boss fight. I don't know why people complain so much. I understand why, because it takes a lot of focus and a lot of time, usually, to get good at. But I think it's one of the most fun and engaging fights in the entire game. I really love Shadows of Yharnam. It is top 3 fights in Bloodborne for me. Actually, probably top 4, now that I think about it. Next, we have the Vacuous Spider Rom, or Rom the Vacuous Spider. I think this boss is very underrated, and it's because a lot of people have a tough time with him. And your rating of the boss basically goes with how hard he is for you. For me, I think Rom is one of the easiest bosses in the game, and might even be the easiest boss in the game. I always get him second try. Every time I've played through this game 5 times, and I've gotten through Rom every time the second try. I think he is very easy. If you spend your time and kill all the spiders, he becomes long and annoying, and honestly, he's quite hard. But if you face him and just run at him and slash him and just like ignore the spiders basically and dodge them, he's very easy. So I would put him at mid tier because his design kind of sucks. His arena is really cool though. So a very underrated boss in my opinion. Next, we have the One Reborn. I'm putting him in very flawed. His design is really cool. I hate his attacks. The one where he makes the floor puke attack or whatever is so annoying to deal with. The falling guts and stuff is really annoying. The witches too are really annoying to kill because they always fall off the rooftop every time I try to hit them. And it's annoying because I have to go down after I'm done killing all the other ones and kill a few stray ones that fell down. So it's a very annoying fight in my opinion. Not worse than the Witch of Hemwick, because at least this one has a sense of satisfaction when you kill him. But yeah, I'm putting him top of very flawed tier. I like Rom a lot more, and that's saying something. Alright, after One Reborn, I think Mikolash is the next boss. Now, I made the absolute garbage tier specifically for Mikolash, the worst boss in the entire game. He is so annoying. His attacks one-shot you. So basically what he does that always annoys me is he'll use that one tentacle attack that he does, which is like his Abrietus magic or whatever. He uses that which like takes away probably 70% of your health, and right after, since you're far away and you try and dodge away from him to heal, he always does this attack where he shoots blue lasers at you. In the second phase I'm talking about. The first phase is very easy. Running around is not the part that's even annoying. It's really that like blue laser attack which always one-shots you, and I've played through this game 5 times. I still don't know how to dodge this. And the only boss that I cheese in this game is Father Gascoigne. I don't feel good about cheesing any other boss, so I never cheese Mikolash. Also because poison knives are like really hard to come by in my opinion. I cannot find these. But anyways, he is the only boss I cheese because I find he is so hard. Can you stop with the goddamn ads, please? Ruining my video. Anyways. Alright. So, anyways, he's the only boss I cheese, and I've cheesed him on probably every playthrough except my New Game Plus runs, because he is the easiest New Game Plus boss ever. Anyways, I do not cheese Mikolash. I always do him legit, which is so annoying. It probably takes me 20 attempts to beat this guy every time. He is just such a bad boss. His attacks aren't even fair, they're so hard to dodge. So, next, we are going to be going over the DLC bosses, because then we get into endgame bosses. So, Ludwig the Holy Blade is, oh my god, amazing or perfection. He's higher than Vicar Amelia. His design is so cool, his second phase is so cool. But I think without the summon near the chapel, you summon Henriette, I believe, is the hunter you summon. He is so difficult, it is insane. He attacks so fast. So he is just so hard, but his boss design is so cool. I'm going to put him at bottom of perfection tier. I enjoy doing Shadows of Yharnam much more than I enjoy doing Ludwig. But for the spectacle and the cutscenes, he is way levels above Shadows of Yharnam. But for the actual fight, I prefer Shadows of Yharnam. Alright, bro, this music needs to calm the hell down. Alright. Then we have, another boss that I would put on absolute garbage tier, the Living Failures. Terrible. I always struggle with this boss. They are so annoying with their goddamn asteroid attack. Even when you get behind the tree, there's always one stray asteroid that hits you. It is such a annoying. I wouldn't even say difficult. It is annoying. An annoying fight. Next, we move on to arguably my favorite boss fight in the entire game, Lady Maria. She is so fun to fight. I don't know what it is about this fight, but she is the funnest boss to fight in the whole game. I always beat her first or second try, because she's not a hard boss by any means. She's easy to parry. I love her third phase. Her attacks are a spectacle. It's really awesome. Her soundtrack is amazing. Best boss in the game, in my opinion. Easily. Next, we have Martyr Ligarius. Now, I actually think this guy is kind of too easy. His second phase is pretty hard, but his first phase is so easy that you kind of get through his health really fast. I always beat this guy first try. I put him above Father G because he has cooler attacks. Father G is kind of like really basic attacks. Like in his beast form, he'll slash you and like run at you and like hit you and shit. But in his normal phase, he'll use like hunter attacks, so he'll like blast you with his pistol, and he'll cut you with his axe. Basically, that's basically all his attacks. But Martyr Ligarius has some of the coolest attacks in the game. Like the swords that fly everywhere is really cool, really annoying to deal with, but still a really cool attack. I think he has cool move patterns. By the way, if I haven't said this, if you haven't, I understand a lot of people don't have a PlayStation, but if you haven't played Bloodborne, go buy it. It is such an amazing game. Okay. Next, we have... Alright, Lady Mirror. Should I do Lawrence or Orphan of Kos first? Lawrence is such a difficult boss, dude. I don't know what it is because his attacks are easy to dodge, but it's his speed, his health, and his aggression that makes him hard. But for his design, for his lore implications, I'm putting him top of amazing tier. His design is so cool, his attacks are so cool looking. that I have to put him over Vicar Amelia. I still don't think he's as good as Ludwig and Shadows of Yharnam, and of course Lady Maria, but he is still a really awesome boss. Next we have what some people consider one of the hardest bosses in the entire Souls series, which is Orphan of Kos. Orphan of Kos is an amazing boss fight, and just under Lady Maria for me. His design is so cool, the arena is so awesome, his attacks are really fun to dodge, even though he's hard. Even if he makes me die 30 times, by the way, I've never beaten him, even if he makes me die 30 times, I still love going in to fight him. Even if I know, because on every playthrough, I've told myself there's no way I'm beating this guy, and I don't want to rage, so I'm just going to fight him a few times, and if I beat him, cool. If I don't, then I'll just move on to Gehrman. Because I always do the DLC after Murgo's Wet Nurse, because I think it just makes Ludwig and Lady Maria a lot easier for me. But I never beat Orphan of Kos and Lawrence. They are just too damn hard. And to be honest, I'm in it for the spectacle, not just to say, oh my god, I beat Bloodborne. It's because I love the game and I want to see the spectacle of it. Orphan of Kos has some of the coolest attacks and the coolest looking attacks in the game. His design is awesome. Perfection, easily. He's right under Lady Maria for my favorite boss in the game. Even though I've never beaten him. But he is not necessary to beat the game, by the way, if you guys are wondering. You don't have to beat the DLC to beat the game, obviously. But still, it is a plus if you do, but still. Then I usually go for Amygdala. Amygdala sucks as a boss. It is just a fast fight. It is kind of really annoying, the way it jumps everywhere, and it's really easy to hit. If you have a great sword, this fight is probably 2 minutes long. Like, if you're using Ludwig's Holy Blade, this fight is so easy. Well, Ludwig's Holy Blade is basically one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. Then we have a boss that I usually fight before the DLC, but I wanted to do it at the end. Oh, wait, I forgot one. Dark Beast Parl. Dark Beast Parl has the coolest design of any Dark Souls, Bloodborne boss. But its attacks are really repetitive and very kind of annoying, to be honest. I don't really like this boss. It's kind of really easy for the point you fight it at in the game. My last playthrough, which I actually finished yesterday, I actually fought him way before you were supposed to. I got kidnapped by one of those, near the old workshop, not the old workshop, near the old workshop, there's actually an enemy, the old abandoned workshop, there's an enemy that if it kills you, there's chances that it will kidnap you and send you to Yargul before you're supposed to go there, and it puts you right next to Dark Beast Parl's arena, basically. It's very close. And, so I fought this guy way before, and the fight was a little tougher, but he's still such an easy boss. But his design is so cool, I can't help but put him in amazing. Next, we have Murgo's Wet Nurse. I always beat this boss first try. She's so easy. She's so slow. It's like, she is not hard at all. I don't understand how people even find her difficult. Not hard at all, but I wouldn't put her in perfection. I might put her above Father Gascoigne and above Dark Beast Parl, but I can't give her any more than that. She's just too easy. Her design is really cool, though, which is why I'm putting her in amazing. If not, I would put her in mid. Next, we have Abrietas, which I haven't fought. Celestial Emissary is the definition of mid, but it's so boring that I have to put it in very flawed. Next, we have Gehrman the First Hunter. Easy, amazing tier. An awesome and really fun boss fight, except for my last playthrough. Usually in my playthroughs, I beat him first or second try. I had a very tough time, but I did fight him very underleveled in my last playthrough. I fought him at, I think, like 63, which is pretty goddamn underleveled to be fighting Gehrman. Then, next boss, we have the Moon Presence, which disappointed me a lot. I don't know if it was just a bug with my game, but for like half the fight I could not heal. Like every time I'd press triangle, it would always like do the animation of starting to heal, but it would never do it. So he's just a really weird boss. He has no health at all. Like, literally, with a plus 10, with a plus 10 Ludwig's Holy Blade, I beat this guy in probably, like, 2 minutes. And he practically didn't even hit me the whole time. His design is so cool, though, but I'm gonna have to put it top of mid. I would put it at very flawed, if not for the cool design. If it was a cool design, if it was this design and a good, like, health bar and attacks, because he only has, like, 3 attacks that he does, and they're really easy to dodge. Except for his, like, 1 attack where he takes off 99% of your health, but he lets you heal right after, so it's really stupid. If it weren't for how easy and kind of, like, boring this boss fight was, I'd put him at perfection. But because of how bad the boss fight is, I'd have to put it at mid. Now, the Merciless Watchers are the most useless bosses in the game. So, obviously absolute garbage. But their designs are pretty cool. No, I'm putting them above Mikolash. And above Celestial Emissary. And actually above, Amygdala, because I actually love their designs. It's very Little Nightmares-esque. And if you don't know, Little Nightmares is probably up there for... Now that Bloodborne's my favorite game of all time, I'd say they're basically tied for my favorite game of all time. So it reminds me a lot of a character that would be in Little Nightmares, so I will obviously put it at... I'll put it higher than absolute garbage. Yharnam, Victorian Queen, Watchdog of the Old Lords, I've actually fought him. He has a really cool design, but definition of mid. Like, not a... I forgot the word. Rememberable boss fight. Not a memorable boss fight. There you go. So there it is, yeah. So the bosses that I actually haven't beat yet is Abrietas. I cannot for the fucking life of me find her. Yharnam, Thumerian Queen, Thumerian Descendant, Keeper of the Old Lords, Undead Giant, and Beast Possessed. I can't even read that. Ghoul, maybe? I have not fought those bosses, but... If you guys agree with my tier list, please let me know in the comments down below. And also a Bloodborne review video coming very, very soon, guys. So expect that very soon, going over Bloodborne and basically how much I love the game. And you guys will see a bit more about how much I played it and what I did throughout my playthroughs in that video. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do not forget to leave a like, comment, share with friends, and please do subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.